Peace, assalamu alaikum, hotel, grand rising, praise God, what's up, what's happening, or whatever it is that you subscribe to. I need y'all to ride with me this morning on this Memorial Day. And as you ride with me, hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment, do what you gotta do. And if you don't wanna do it, it's cool. I appreciate the view. I'm Crip Cud from Charleston, South Carolina, part 2. So, Crip Cud from Charleston, South Carolina, BKA Charleston Blue. He finally got him a hustle. Now let me give you a recap. I did part 1 yesterday, but for those who just not tuning in and didn't get a chance to go see part 1, go check out part 1, but I'm gonna give you a recap. Crip Cuz from Charleston, Carolina, he was new on the zone. He been on the zone about a week. Came on the zone loud, and I had a feeling that he was gonna be a problem. So Charleston Blue was gambling on air. Frank G up the tool on him, threatened to beat him up. But Frank G let him made it physically. But Frank G made him a slave. And what I mean by made him a slave in the penitentiary, if you in debt or you just scary, you up under somebody's wing or up under somebody's belt, and you don't know how to stand up for yourself, you think they're your friends, you really don't know what's going on in the penitentiary, he make you a slave, you cook his food for him, you fix his coffee, you iron his clothes, you wash his clothes. That's what a slave is in the penitentiary, in the Mississippi penitentiary. I don't know about nowhere else. But so by Frank G making Crip Cud from South Carolina, from Charleston, South Carolina, aka Charleston Blue, it turned out to be a good thing. Cause when everybody found out Charleston Blue was washing clothes, you know, everybody wanted to pay him to wash their clothes. Now, he done pretty much paid off Frank G debt. He done pretty much paid off what he owed Frank G. But he's still washing for Frank G. And Frank G, you know, paying him. A lot of people on the zone paying him. And Frank G, he really got cool with Crip Cuz from Charleston, South Carolina, aka or BKA Charleston Blue. He started rocking with him. So damn near everybody on the zone was paying Charleston Blue to either iron their clothes when they get ready to go to visit or wash their clothes, you know. And I told y'all I had found out that Charleston Blue was a crackhead on the street. And most crackheads, when they come to prison, this they hustle. They wash clothes or they iron clothes. So he finally found him a hustle. But that's a problem in the penitentiary because you got guys that was already doing it before he came on the zone. But he hustling good. But, you know, this could cause some friction between him and the guys who was already doing it. Now, sometimes people will be loyal to who they was already had washing their clothes. They just who they rock with. They'll be loyal to them. And, you know, so they won't deal with Charleston Blue because they loyal to who already washing their clothes. But for the ones who will let anybody wash their clothes, they ain't loyal to nobody. If you know what I mean, they feel like they cheaper or whatever, they'll rock with them. So that's extra money for the guys who was already washing the clothes. That's extra money that they losing. So it was some friction between Charleston Blue and the guys who already was washing clothes. So before I finish the story, I want to share something with y'all, if y'all don't mind. I started calling Crip Cud from Charleston, South Carolina, Charleston Blue, because I said he kind of reminded me of Charleston Blue, of Charleston White. And I had, you know, I've been wanting to do some Charleston White reactions, but I'm trying to wait till my page get to a certain level before I start doing it. But I will share my thoughts on Charleston White. I'm gonna insert this into this story. Now I know some people gonna say, "Oh man, you just saying Charleston White name because Charleston White, he a hot topic on social media, and you just clout chasing. You know what I mean? You just reaching." To a certain extent, that's true. I mean, he is a hot topic, and if it helped my page reach a goal or get into a certain level that I want to get on, yeah, I'm gonna talk about Charleston White. You know, you can go argue with your mama about it, but for the most part, I relate to Charleston White, and that's why I want to do some reaction videos once my page get to a certain level. But I relate to Charleston White for many reasons. The main reason is because me and Charleston White, we grew up in the same era. Me and Charleston White, we experienced some of the same things. And also, me and Charleston White, we know some of the same people. Now, for those who new to my channel, I'm always shouting out Shreveport. I used to live in Shreveport, Louisiana for about 10 years before I moved to North Carolina. And I was doing a lot of community work in Shreveport, and I was going to Dallas often doing community work. Y'all hold on for a second, I gotta check in. Good morning, how you doing?
How are you?
All right.
You take care, sir.
You too.
Thank you.
I live on a military base, so you know you gotta check in. But anyway, me and Charleston White know some of the same people. I used to go to Dallas a lot, to the Pan-African bookstore, the cultural store. I used to host events. I used to do public speaking at this store in Oak Cliff in Dallas. And I've been knew of Charleston White because he was doing a lot of community work around the Dallas and the Fort Worth area. I've been knew of him before he took off on his content creating. And also, when it comes to Mississippi, me and Charleston White, we both know Heartbeats. Heartbeats is a producer in Mississippi, a major producer. But before Heartbeats, got out there, I used to rock with Heartbeats when I first got out of prison in 2008. That's who used to do all of our beats. I used to be at his studio, and when he moved to Hattiesburg, Mississippi, the studio he was recording at, the studio he made a lot of money at, that was my brother's studio. So I know Heartbeats personally. Heartbeats is a friend of mine. But anyway, so yeah, I relate to Charleston White, and I think Charleston White is intelligent. I think Charleston White is strategic, but Charleston White is a damn fool. But that don't take away from the work that he putting in. So for those who might say, are you reaching and you just you clout chasing or whatnot, yeah, to an extent I am. And again, if that helped me get my page to a certain level, then yeah, I'm gonna talk about Charleston White. So y'all get ready for those Charleston White reaction. Now back to the story. Crip Cuz from Charleston, South Carolina, BKA Charleston Blue. Now he got friction with the guys who was washing clothes and ironing clothes. They got friction because they was doing it before he came on the zone. So one day, I'm sitting on my rack, you know, Crip cuz he got a rack right beside me. So it's like 3 other Crips on the zone. So I hear them talking, and the Crips telling Crip cuz from Charleston, South Carolina, like, that ain't cool, bro. We don't be washing no clothes. We don't be washing no clothes. And at the time that they telling him this, Crip cuz from Charleston, South Carolina, he making a meal for the Crip. So he amp up. I told y'all he was wild. How y'all gonna tell me? I'm a grown man. How y'all gonna tell me that ain't cool? Crips don't do that. Y'all ain't got no hustle. Y'all ain't got nothing going on. And I'm feeding y'all from washing clothes. Y'all don't got a problem with eating my food, but y'all telling me it make the Crip look bad because I'm washing clothes. Come on, man. I'm a grown man. Y'all don't tell me what to do. I'm for real about this cripping, cuz. So they going back and forth for a minute, but I mean, ain't nothing they can do about it. What you gonna do? Violate the man? Cause this the hustle he wanna do. Now, as far as me, I wouldn't be washing no clothes. I wouldn't be, you know what I mean? As far as me, but he his own man. He can do what he wanna do. You know what I mean? Of course, you're in the penitentiary, and you got certain rules in the penitentiary. Like, some people just don't feel like washing clothes is the thing to do for a grown man. A grown man washing other grown men clothes, but that's neither here nor there. So they let that blow over. So G Wood, I see him busting laps, and he come to me. Can I sit down, young brother? I'm like, yeah, go on, sit down. Now that's the thing in the penitentiary. I don't know how it is now, but back then, like, that's one of the penitentiary rules, and it's a respect thing. You don't sit down on nobody's rack without asking them. It's disrespectful. And you don't sit down on the head of the bed where he might lay his head at, where his pillow at. You don't sit down there. You know, it's very disrespectful. That will get that iron put up in you. That will get you beat up, put in that blender, and send up out that door. For real. So he asked me, could he sit down? I'm like, yeah, cool. He like, you paying attention to what's going on, young brother? You paying attention to these suckers? I'm like, what you talking about, G Wood? See, them guys that was already washing clothes before Crip cuz came on his own and started making that as a hustle. You see them, they down there grouped up, and they talking about Crip cuz because they feel like Crip cuz came in and took their hustle. Now, just mark my word, young brother, it's about to go down. So I'm like, all right, G Wood, you know what I mean? So come to find out, G Wood was right. So when the Crips mob off, Crip cuz from Charleston, South Carolina, BKA Charleston Blue, he in the big sink. Now, in Unit 30, the big sink is, I'm going to try to explain it the best way I can. I explained it before. But you got the shower area. You got a wall, probably about 10 feet apart. It's a wall right here, and it's a wall. Then the showers is like 4, maybe 6 shower nozzles, shower heads. And then in the middle, you got a big old sink. And this is where people, you know, wash their clothes or whatnot. And a lot of people wash their clothes, they sink, and, you know, you got people who got access to bleach or whatnot. They wash their clothes in this sink because if you send your clothes to the laundry, they gonna come back dirty as they was before you sent them, because, you know, the people who run in the laundry, whoever washing clothes in the laundry, they probably don't care for real, and they just throw that shit in the washer and just probably no detergent, no bleach, no nothing, and they just got all shit mixed up together. The prison clothes, the boxes, the socks, the sheets, the blankets, and it just, I mean, you probably can catch staph infection, crabs, and all kind of stuff, bed bugs, and all kind of stuff, sending your stuff to the laundry. So, you know, people wash their own clothes, or they pay somebody to wash their clothes. So Crip cuz, he washing somebody's clothes, and then he washing a sheet. And so in prison, once you get finished washing the sheet, you got like 2 or 3 big old fans. You got like 2 or 3 of them on the zone, cause ain't no air in this portion. It be hot, you know what I mean? So they got fans on the zone, but it ain't doing no but blowing hot air. And so you pop the sheet to get all the water out, to get most of the water out. You pop it, pop it about 5 times so the excess water get out. And then you get some clothespins or whatever you can find to hang the sheet on the fan, so the fan will blow the sheet and it'll dry. So this is what Crip Cuz doing. He popping the sheet in the shower area. Ain't nobody in the shower. He popping the sheet. So the guys who was already washing clothes before Crip Cuz came on the zone, it's like 3 of them, and they approached Crip Cuz. Like, say Crip Cuz, you knew on the zone, and you taking our hustle. That ain't cool, Crip Cuz. And these guys is peons, you know what I mean? So I guess they done clicked up together, like they finna bring it to Crip Cuz. Crip Cuz, turn up. Man, I'ma tell y'all just like I told Cuz and them, I'm a grown man. If they don't want to pay y'all for washing their clothes no more, that ain't on me. This is my hustle. I'm a grown man. Y'all need to get out of my face. I tell you what, hold on. He finished popping the sheet, and he hang up whoever sheet he was washing. He hanging on the fan. He talking all loud. Bring it to the back, Cuz. Bring it to the back, Cuz. I'm going to whoop all 3 of y'all. So Frank G, he pull up, and I told y'all Frank G had over a few weeks. Crip Cuz been on the zone about a month now at this time. Frank G had got cool with Crip Cuz. You know, he was rocking with Crip Cuz, even though he hadn't already pulled the tool out on him and threatened to beat him up. And so Frank G come up like, "What's going on, Crip Cuz?" He like, "Man, these peons talking about I done took their hustle. And you know what I mean? Talking about I need to stop washing clothes because they was doing it before I came on the zone." So Crip Cuz was like, and you know, I really gotta show people on this zone that I ain't no punk. No disrespect to you, Frank G. You already done tried me, and I ain't do nothing on the strength because, you know, you GD, and I ain't, you know, I really didn't want them problems. But these peons, they ain't nothing. They ain't finna try me. So he took his shirt off. Like, I'm really finna show this. I'm really finna show this zone that I'm really about that crippin', Cuz. I'm really about that crippin', Cuz. Y'all come on to the back, Cuz. Come on to the back, Cuz. So Crip Cuz, he turned up, he walking to the back, and Frank G trying to stop him, like, hold up. You gotta wait until wait to count time, and then, you know, me and the GDs will come sit up. We'll come sit up so y'all can fight, but so the officer won't see it. Now, in prison at this time, you got some cool officers that been working in the penitentiary for a long time. They know how it go. They know these zones is full of men. They know it's gonna be problems. They know it's gonna be issues. They know it's gonna be fights sometime. As long as it ain't no gang banging, as long as ain't nobody getting put that iron up in them, as long as ain't nobody getting poked with that iron, the officer, I mean, they'll turn their head and let men be men. And I respected that. I respected that about officer. This officer name was Officer McPhail. He was real tall. He had the Jerry curl in his hair. Like, these folk were so country in the Delta. But anyway, he had Jerry curl in his hair. So Frank G was like, "Man, y'all hold up, wait till after count. I'm finna go up to the tower and I'm finna holler at Officer McPhail." Like I said, Officer McPhail was real cool. So Frank G went to the tower, and I can't hear the conversation, but I can imagine. Like, Frank G tell him, like, "We got a situation on the zone. It ain't gonna be no gang banging. It ain't gonna be no tools or no irons involved. It's just gonna be a one-on-one fight." So I can see them talking. So I imagine Officer McPhail telling him, "Man, we don't need no problems down here now. We don't need no problems. Y'all fight, y'all get it over like a man, and that's gonna be what it's gonna be." But he said, "I'm finna count right now." So Frank G said, "All right, cool." So Frank G telling Crip Cuz, man, y'all just chill till after the count. The door buzz, boom, count time, count time. So Officer McPhail, he come through the zone, he do his count, and before he leaves to go to the next zone to do his count, he said, listen up now. I don't want no gang banging, and I don't want no iron. He ain't say iron, but I'm trying to stop using certain words. I don't want nobody getting poked up. I don't want nobody having to go to the hospital. If that happen, then you know we gonna come in here and we gonna tear this zone up. We know y'all got weed. We know y'all drinking that book. And we trying to let y'all do y'all time. Y'all already know how I rock. I'm cool. I let y'all do y'all time, how y'all do y'all time. But y'all, if y'all gonna be mean about it, when I go over here on the next zone account, y'all do what y'all gotta do. But by the time I make it back in that tower, whatever happened on the zone, it needs to stop and it needs to stay on the zone. So everybody was like, all right, cool, McPhail, all right, cool, McPhail. So he closed the door, boom. So Frank G like, all right, cuz. And then he tell the peon, y'all come to the back. It's gonna be one-on-one. Each one of y'all gonna take a turn on fighting Crip Cuz. So Crip Cuz, he got his shirt off, and shoot, Crip Cuz ready to thump. So one of the guys, they square up, boom, boom. Now you got, like in 30, it really ain't nowhere to fight. Now sometimes people can go in the corner room. And the corner room in Unit 30 is for, most of the time it's for the trustee on the zone. The trustee on the zone, he got a work detail where he go outside, or sometimes they work in the kitchen or whatever. But the corner room is so small, you really can't get jiggy with fighting in the corner room. So what we'll do, we'll go to the back and they'll form a line or form a circle, because I mean, it really ain't enough room back there either, but it's more room long ways than it is in that corner room. So you got guys lined up so the officer can't see. The officer can't see the fight, and then you got that wall in the middle, but it don't block off too much, because you know when you fight, you moving around, you know what I mean? But even though Officer McPhail already cool with it, it's just something that we did in prison. So the GDs, they form a line, and they back there thumping. Crip Cuz did it to him. And Crip Cuz was finna get ready to get on top of him. And Frank G like, nah, hold on. We ain't doing that. Just a one-on-one fight. You already got him. The next peon, he ain't say peon, but he was like, whoever going next, y'all get into it. Crip Cuz like, come on, Crip. Come on, Cuz. I'm Crip. I'm gonna do it to you just like I did it to him. I'm for real about that Crippin', Cuz. I'm Crip Cuz from Charleston, South Carolina. But the other two, they ain't want no smoke with Crip Cuz. They ain't want no problem. You know, they like, man, whatever. They backed up. So situation died down. Everybody get back to doing their time, whatever they doing their time. So I went back to my rack, and you know, Crip Cuz, he came to the rack, he sat down, he breathing hard. Like, yeah, little bro, I had to show. I had to show the zone. I'm Crip for real. Ain't nobody finna be testing me, especially no peon. But I'm telling him, I'm like, well, I said, really though, Crip Cuz, really though, Charleston Blue, they was in the right, man. You came and took their hustle, man. Like, that's all they got going on. You know, they family ain't looking out on them. They ain't got nobody looking out on them. And you just came and just, within a couple weeks time, you took them guys' hustle, even though they got loyal people that rock with them, but them guys were really making money, you know what I mean? So he was like, man, that ain't got nothing to do with me. But shoot, it's just like on the street. Shoot, they rocking with, if the crackheads rocking with me, they rocking with me. It is what it is. I'm like, yeah, that's true, but you gotta think though. And also on the streets, if you come in somebody else's territory, you know, something can happen to you because you stopping the money flow, you know what I mean? He was like, yeah, I understand. So I'm like, I told you when you first come in, bro, when you first came in, that they always looking for people to go work in the kitchen, bro. Go get you a kitchen detail. And that is a way more lucrative hustle than washing clothes. And I said, you know, Frank G, he rock with you. And you know, a couple other people, they'll be loyal to you, and you just wash their clothes. Don't wash the whole zone clothes. Cause I mean, it's enough money for everybody to eat. He was like, yeah, that makes sense. I understand. I understand what you're saying, little bro. He was like, dang, little bro, you sharp, man, to be so young. At the time, I think I was like 18. He was like, you kind of sharp to be so young. You know what I mean? I see you laid back. You know, you don't bother nobody. You know what I mean? The only person you really kick it with is G Wood. You kick it with people older than you. You know what I mean? You don't really hang with them youngsters. And them youngsters be wild. I'm like, well, shoot, Crip, cuz, you wild too. He like, yeah, I'm crippin', cuz. That's what we do. We crip, cuz. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, whatever. I said, but man, go on and try to get that job in the kitchen. So, make a long story short, a couple people still rock with him, let him wash their clothes. And he ended up getting a job in the kitchen. And I'm talking about Crip cuz used to bring that went on chicken day. And in the morning on pancake day, Crip cuz used to bring that food back. Cause at the time we ain't have a one kitchen worker on the zone. Now we got two. So that make it good for the zone. Cause you know, people can when it's time to have some, you know, what they call good food. But ain't none of that shit good in the penitentiary for real. But you know, he like you know, once he got that kitchen detail, after a couple weeks, he started bringing that food in. But then Crip cuz ran into another situation because he got into it with the other kitchen worker that's on his own. They get into it because he said Crip cuz was doing too much in the chow hall, in the kitchen. So G Wood came to me one day. Hey, say, little bro, can I sit down? Yeah, go ahead, G Wood. You want some coffee? Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I was like, what's up, G Wood? He like, man, now Crip cuz, he done got into another situation. I'm really getting tired of Crip cuz bringing all these situations to the zone. I'm like, what happened now? He ain't got into it with the other kitchen worker. Now they finna bump heads, but we gonna see what really go on when they come back on the zone from the kitchen. I heard the other kitchen worker talking about Crip cuz this morning before they went to work, and he said after this detail, after the day, when he come back on his own, Crip cuz gonna have to see him. I'm like, dang, Crip cuz got too much going on, don't it, G Wood? Yeah, brother, I already knew. That's what I was saying when he first came on his own, that he was gonna be a problem. But until the next story, y'all be smooth out here.